Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Layla Harmozy, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about 4 things women do typically only when they like you. Women often show their interest in more subtle ways, and in today's video, I'm breaking down 4 things women typically only do when they're into you. These are the behaviors that most men miss, but that can tell you everything that you need to know if you've been unsure about someone's feelings. Stay tuned. You might just get your answer. And I also want to say before we get started, I am not a huge fan of reading into every little sign and signal and having to decode how someone feels about you. I would typically tell you if you're confused or don't really know where you stand with someone while you have your answer right there. But I think it can also be helpful to hear just from a woman's perspective. If you're a man, women aren't always aware of how indirect they're being when it comes to signs that they're sending to a man that they like them. I think sometimes we think that we're being much more direct than we actually are. So this can just be helpful to hear from a woman's perspective. So let's get into it. Okay, the first thing that women do, and I can speak from experience, I absolutely did this when I liked someone. She makes an extra effort to look good around you. When a woman is attracted to someone, she often puts in a little extra thought into her appearance. Now, this isn't about her trying to look like someone that she's not. Instead, she's intentionally highlighting her best features in a way that feels more confident and authentic. The psychology behind this effort goes deeper than just aesthetics. It's rooted in a natural desire to make a positive impression and communicate that your opinion of her matters. You might notice that she starts wearing outfits that complement her figure, or maybe she's choosing colors or styles that flatter her. She might also experiment with different hairstyles, keeping her nails perfectly polished, or wearing her favorite perfume. All small details designed to create a polished impression. These choices are not usually random, they're carefully considered. Again, from a woman's perspective here, often influenced by what she thinks you will find attractive. From a psychological perspective, this behavior is tied to what is known as pring, a tether that describes subtle grooming actions aimed at attracting attention. This is a natural, instinctive way of signaling interest. Pringing behaviors might include adjusting her hair, smoothing out her clothing, or even reapplying her lip gloss. These actions are subtle yet deliberate, showing that she's consciously or subconsciously preparing to present her best self. What makes this effort especially significant is its exclusivity. She likely doesn't go out of her way to impress just anyone. If she didn't care about how you perceive her, she wouldn't invest all the time and energy into these small but meaningful steps. Changes her actions signal that she values your attention and wants to stand out to you. This extra effort is also her way of building a connection with you by putting thought into her appearance. She's conveying that you are worth the time and care that it takes for her to look her best. Even subtle gestures like wearing something that maybe you complimented one time or taking a little bit longer to get ready before meeting you are signs of how much she values your attention. When a woman makes extra effort to look good around you, it's not just about appearances. It's about wanting to feel confident and put her best foot forward. And let's be honest, confidence plays a huge role in how we navigate all areas of life, whether it's dating, work, or even the way that we see ourselves. But confidence isn't always easy to find, especially when you're feeling overwhelmed, stuck, or like you're falling behind. That's where today's sponsor, BetterHelp, comes in. Have you ever felt pressured to make dramatic later? Life changes at the start of a new year, only to then feel stuck or anxious when things don't go the way that you planned it. Is so easy to compare yourself to others or to feel like you're not doing enough. But a therapist can help you untangle those external pressures from your internal values. Break down feelings of being behind into clear, actionable goals and develop a personalized plan that works for you. BetterHelp makes getting started simple. With a quick questionnaire, you'll be matched with a licensed therapist in as little as a couple of days. And because their network includes over 30,000 professionals, you're more likely to find the right fit. If it doesn't feel quite right, switching therapist is easy and free. Plus, it's fully online, so you can connect from the comfort of your own space on your own schedule. Start fresh any day of the year with BetterHelp. Click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/Layla Harmozy to get 10% off of your first month of therapy. Thanks! Again, BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. Okay, the second point here is that she shares her quirks or vulnerabilities. Women are often pretty careful about who they allow to see their true selves. When a woman shares her quirks or her insecurities with you, it's a clear sign that she feels safe and comfortable with you. This openness reflects a deeper level of trust and interest, as she's letting her guard down and allowing you to see a more personal side of her. These quirks might seem small, like talking about a childhood habit that she still finds funny, or revealing a unique hobby that she enjoys. It's her way of showing you parts of her personality that are deeply personal, but also endearing at the same time. She might share more vulnerable aspects of herself, like struggling with self-confidence, or moments when she feels a little bit out of her element. These admissions are significant because they highlight her willingness to be authentic and real with you. This probably isn't something that she does with just anyone. When a woman shares the side of herself she's testing, whether you'll accept and appreciate her for who she really is. Sharing quirks and vulnerabilities also invites you to reciprocate. She's opening the door for deeper conversations in a connection that feels genuine and meaningful. It shows she's not just looking for someone to impress necessarily, but for someone that she can truly connect with on an emotional level. I think recognizing and appreciating this effort from her can help in making her feel more comfortable with you and ultimately help build a stronger connection. Women don't typically just share this information with anyone, and if she's sharing it with you, I think it's worth noting. Okay, next. She remembers small details about you. When a woman is genuinely interested in you, she's going to pay close attention to the little things that you share, even those that might seem totally insignificant at first. These details, whether it's something that you casually mention or a fleeting comment that you make, stick with her because she wants to connect with you on a deeper level. This attentiveness is her way of showing you that she values your words, experiences, and who you are as a person. It might look like her remembering your favorite snack and surprising you with it later, or recalling a childhood story that you once shared and maybe bringing it up in a conversation. She might ask you how your big presentation went, or check in on an event that you mentioned feeling a little bit nervous about. These thoughtful moments are subtle, but meaningful indicators that she's invested in you and your life. Remembering small details isn't just something that people typically do unless they genuinely care. It requires genuine effort and attention. And for her, it's a way of demonstrating that you are more than just someone she casually interacts with. You're someone who holds importance in her life. This habit also signals her desire to strengthen the connection by remembering what matters to you. She's trying to show that she sees you, listens to you, and values what makes you unique. It's not just about being attentive, it's about building trust and making you feel understood, and honestly, special. These small gestures often have a much bigger impact than any grand romantic acts because they show that she's paying attention to the details that make you, you. These moments are often her way of quietly saying, "You matter to me," and they often reflect her deeper feelings and intentions with you. And lastly, here, she takes an interest in things that you are passionate about. When a woman likes you, she becomes genuinely curious about the things that excite and inspire you. It's not just about the activity or the hobby itself. It's about building a deeper connection with you by engaging in what you care about. This interest stems from her desire to understand what makes you happy and show that your passions and interests are important to her. Because you are important to her, you might notice her stepping out of her comfort zone to explore something that normally maybe she wouldn't engage in. If you're a sports fan, she might ask about your favorite team, learn the basics of the game, or even watch it with you, even if she has absolutely no personal interest in sports. If you're into photography, she could ask to see your work, talk about the creative process, or try to learn some of the technical terms. To hold a meaningful conversation with you, I cannot tell you how many times I've done this with my husband throughout our entire relationship. He has such niche interests, and he always has, the whole time that I've known him. And I remember when we were just dating, after a couple dates, I was really trying to understand what he liked and learned more about it so that I could talk to him about it and have conversations with him and show him that, I was interested in him and I wanted to know the things that he was interested in as well, because I think a lot of the time the things that you're interested in kind of shape you and help make you you. And if someone is taking interest in that, I think it means you're important to them. This effort is a CLE clear sign that she is prioritizing you. She's not just listening out of politeness or faking interest. She's genuinely putting in the time and energy to engage with what matters to you, because it's a way of showing that you matter to her. By immersing herself in your little world, she's signaling that she values your happiness and wants to find ways to connect with you beyond surface-level interactions. Again, she wants to know what makes you you and learn about it. What makes this particularly meaningful is that it's something she doesn't do for just anyone. Her willingness to invest in your passions, even when they don't naturally align with hers, is a strong indicator of how much she values the connection with you. It's not about pretending to share the same interests as you, but more about valuing what you love because it helps her understand and relate to you better. Whether it's asking thoughtful questions, maybe joining you in an activity, or just learning more about your hobbies, she's demonstrating that your world is worth her time and attention for her. This is a way of building emotional intimacy and should reinforce to you that she likes you and your company. These behaviors aren't just random acts. They're intentional, often subtle ways that women express interest in emotional investment. Pay attention to these signs because they indicate that she sees potential in you. If you notice her doing any of these things, make sure that you respond with appreciation and try to reciprocate the effort if possible so that she understands, hey, he's interested in me too. I should continue doing these things so that he knows that I'm interested. By recognizing these cues, you'll not only better understand her intentions, but you're also going to strengthen the connection between the two of you. And again, as I mentioned, give her the green light to keep it going because you like her too. Now, I have to say this before we end the video, because in a perfect world, a woman would just tell you, I like you. And while maybe some people are lucky enough to experience that, I don't think that every woman is necessarily that direct. I think women, more so than men, rely on more indirect communication and more subtle cues of interest, rather than just being so bold or direct about it. And I know that has to be so incredibly frustrating, so my apologies there. But I do think it is helpful to at least know the typical signs and signals that women send when they are interested. Because a lot of times women don't think that they're being indirect. They don't think that they're being as subtle as they actually are. So if you're a woman watching this, I would encourage you to be more direct in how you feel. Make it easier for everybody. At least give guys the green light to, pursue you and connect with you. I think a lot of men are a little bit hesitant to do so because they don't want to make you feel uncomfortable or overstep. But I think if you're a man watching, it can just be helpful to hear from a woman's perspective things that we really only do when we like you and we're invested in you and we see potential there. And as I always say in videos like this, if you are confused about where you stand with someone, it probably means that they either don't like you or they're sort of playing a mind game type thing with you, which isn't necessarily healthy either. So when a woman likes you, she will put in time, effort, and energy. She will want to talk to you. She will want to hang out with you. And it will be pretty obvious if she likes you. Now let me know down in the comments, what are some things women have done that have signaled to you that they either like you or don't like you? I would just love to hear your personal stories down below in the comments. You're open to sharing, maybe also would be helpful to hear some confusing signals that women have sent to you that maybe you read as them being either interested or not interested that ended up being the opposite, because I could make a video about that as well. I think a lot of the time girls will do things and men will take it as interest, when in reality, it's not, or vice versa. Men will not pick up on the incredibly subtle cues that women send to show that they are interested, which understandably so a lot of the time because they're incredibly subtle. So let me know down in the comments, would love to hear from you. If you like this video or found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to be in the loop for when I release new content. If you haven't already, Be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Layla Harmozy. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well. I also do have to apologize if I'm sounding a little bit off in this video. I am, quite not easily. A little bit congested, I'm just a little bit under the weather, so if you listened this whole entire time to my probably not as appealing voice, thank you, I appreciate you. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.